But as I went and walked the miles up here, said hello to all sorts of police officers from all sorts of different forces all over the country. Massive operation. I guess the Met today deserves a bit of a pat on the back, doesn't it?
I'm sure that quite a number of my former colleagues will be heaving a huge sigh of relief. As you say, things have gone pretty well. If the worst that happened was that you weren't directed properly to your studio, then I think we can be fairly satisfied with that. It's a great test of the police service. If nothing happens, and if people can say at the end of it, well, why on earth were all those police officers deployed when nothing happened?
Yeah.
Nothing happening is exactly what we want. We want it to be dull from the point of view of adverse events.
And it really has gone off. It's almost without a hitch from what I can see.
It seems to have gone off perfectly. I noticed as the procession came down the Mall, you saw the soldiers and sailors and airmen facing the hearse, whereas the police officers were doing their duty properly. They were facing the crowd because their job was security. The soldiers are there for ceremonial. The police service is there to make sure everything goes off without an incident.
Now, there's been some criticism from certain journalists saying that, the police shouldn't need to look at the crowd. They should be looking at the ceremony, and at the time of George VI, the police and the police would have looked the other way. Is that just nonsense?
It's nonsense. Yes, it is. I'm old enough to remember a young man called Marcus Sargent taking pot shots at the Queen when she came for a Trooping the Colour.
Yeah.
That's why the police officers need to be looking at the crowd. That's why there need to be plainclothes police officers in the crowd. That's why the police officers who are in uniform try to make friends with the crowd, because the crowd will spot somebody quite often who's behaving oddly.
This was one of the appeals, wasn't it?
Yes, indeed.
One of the appeals was help us to help you. If you see something unusual, something wrong happening in the crowd, let the nearest police officer know.
Absolutely right. It's crowdsourcing security, if you like. It's using the tens of thousands of pairs of ears and eyes to help the service make sure that everybody gets what they want, and they did, which was a dignified, respectful, peaceful, safe event.